Hey everybody, Jabman025 here. Today I'm taking a look at my 97th Master Grade, the new Gundam Verka. This is the last Master Grade of 2012 and the last contender for Kit of the Year. Let's have a look and see what we got. Now, first thing you'll notice out of this kit when you're building it is Psycho Frame. The original new Gundam had Psycho Frame around the cockpit only. That's canon. The Verka takes things one step further and says, let's say the Psycho Frame is throughout the kit. It's not quite to the level of a Unicorn or a Banshee, where the thing is pretty much built out of Psycho Frame, but there's a good deal more than just the cockpit. Now, for the Psycho Frame, they give you an entire sheet of silver stickers. These are double-sided. What you're going to do is stick it onto the back of these pieces of Psycho Frame so it has that neat glow effect through it. This especially helps because most of the frame is gray, so it really lightens up that Psycho Frame. Shoulder joints. New shoulder joints. Never seen these before. They kind of hook into the bottom of the kit, and the joints float freely. This is a little different and odd, but it works well for the kit, especially with those big shoulder armor. So like I said, when you first get it, you'll be a little confused, and it'll take a little getting used to as you're posing it. And it is a little loose, but truthfully not a huge problem. Get all the armor in there. The Psycho Frame just peeks through in different places. It's nothing overt, and if you want to hide it, you can collapse the armor altogether so it's just not there. They call this a transformation, but truth be told, it's more of a look. You can decide which look you're going to do when you're building the kit, and that's the one you stick with. Minor beef here. They give you a sticker for the eyes, but you pretty much want to paint it instead so you can get that green look through the eyes. Again, they kind of could have included a sticker that has holes for the eyes, but that's not a big problem. Just paint that little section there. The 3 grooves on the face are already cut with like standard 2.0 kits. The head has a section for an LED. It is not included. You can decide whether you want to use it or not. Truthfully, I don't think this looks terribly great, and it is a huge pain in the butt to attach and turn on this LED from time to time. So, if you want it, you can hook it in, but truthfully, I think it's more trouble than it's worth. Looks nice, but nothing spectacular. So, on my kit, I'm not going to have it, but your choice. Now, one thing about the Psycho Frame on this kit is you can't have a hint of a nub. Not even a little bit of a nub, or it won't fit in. So you got to clean that perfectly, or it's not going to fit in place. The arm in particular on this kit is a very strange build. You're not exactly sure what you're doing when you're building it. It makes sense when it's done, of course, but it's one of those things you got to pay very close attention to the manual or you're going to screw up. Again, Psycho Frame on the arm. You can collapse these pieces on the bottom of the arm and the top being particularly difficult to do because it's a super tight connection. But like I said, it's your choice. Chances are you're going to pick one theme, stick with it, and never change it. The hands on this kit are new. Never seen this kind of hand before. I don't know what you want to call it. A 3.0 hand, a large real grade hand, a small perfect grade hand. Not quite sure what to call it yet. They are individually articulated fingers, 3 breaks in them, including the thumb. You can do just about anything you want with the hands. But like a real grade piece, you're going to take the whole thing off the frame at once and then twist the pieces into the correct position. It's a little tricky, especially for people who haven't built real grades before. They're going to look at this and go, what on earth is this? But it's a neat hand, and we might see it again. Now, this kit does have stickers on this kit. All this does is to give it a real grade look of multiple shades of colors. Multiple shades of navy, multiple shades of white. This is 100% optional. You do not have to use them if you don't want to. Shoulders on this kit has a neat look to them. They're kind of big and bulky, but because of that funky shoulder joint, it doesn't really hamper anything. And like the other parts, there is Psycho Frame in there. And like the other parts, you can collapse and hide it if you want to. Like I said, your choice. But it does kind of look nice with that Psycho Frame just barely peeking through. The feet on this kit, again, different kind of connection here. The ankles do not connect into the bottom of the foot. They connect into the front of the foot. So it has this weird angle where it's connecting towards the front and it twists at that point too. The feet themselves are kind of big and blocky. They have a little bit of movement, but truthfully not much, mainly because you want to keep this big old kit balanced and you want those feet firmly planted on the ground. And you have the ankles moving front and forward and side to side, but again, it's a different connection. We'll take a little getting used to. I am a huge fan of the leg frame on this kit. The way the psycho frame interacts, the way the engines move and twist. This is just a really fun build on this kit, building those legs. It just really, everything works well together. Like I said, the psycho frame is kind of tricky because you got to get every little hint of a nub off it or it won't fit in. You have those pistons behind the knee, they move and twist. And like I said, the leg is just a fun build. And it's always nice to have a lot of fun when you're building certain parts of the kit. All armored up. You see, again, psycho frame. Peeking out through the thighs, the upper part of the leg, the shins. All sorts of different little pieces of psycho frame peeking through. It's not overt like a unicorn or a banshee would be, but it is still there. Now, one interesting fact is this transformation is when you transform it, if you're going to do that, you remove these pieces here on the bottom leg, and they just go away. You don't put them someplace else, they're just gone. Again, there's a piece down near the ankle you have to remove to transform the leg section as well, but you can put back later if you want. Like I said, this is less of a transformation and more of a, do you want it this way or do you want it that way? You're probably going to pick one and never change it, but it's your call. Now we have them all built and put together. This is a big kit. He stands pretty tall. Now, like I mentioned those stickers before, all those stickers do is give it a real grade look. There are different pieces on this kit that are not molded in two colors, but with these stickers you can do so. So here on the thigh, there's also a piece near the shin for white, down by the feet. Unless you know where to look for them, you wouldn't even know they're there. They're that good as stickers. They're waterproof. They're more of like a vinyl material. Works really well. Usually I'd harp on that many stickers, but on this kit they work. On the backpack here, they do give you parts for the double fin funnel setup if you got those extra parts, and they do give you instructions on how to build them, so that's there if you need it. Now, on this kit, they give you a big old sheet of Waterslide decals. No dry transfer, no sticker decals. Now, they're all Waterslide, but if you don't like Waterslide, tough toenails. There's a lot of them, i.e. it's version COB, but truthfully not as many as I expect. You see them all decaled up. There's a lot of tiny ones on this kit, and this is a big kit. So, truthfully, I was expecting a lot more than what we actually got. Not that I'm complaining, but the decals look good. You get the A on the shoulder, you get the big RA on the front and back skirt armor. It works well. Like I said, most of them are not real big. They're all really tiny, which can be a little bit of a problem. So get a really good decal bonder on this kit, or those decals will start flaking off. I lost a couple in moving things around, so super good job on decal bonder on this kit. Again, you get another RA on the leg here in a 2-piece or a 1-piece. If you're going to do the no psycho frame look, use the 1-piece. Saves you the trouble. If you're going to do the 2-piece, or if you intend to change it later, then you can do the 2-piece so it lines up better. Accessories on this kit: beam rifle, beam sabers, bazooka, shield, and fin funnels. I'm going to start with the fin funnels. This was a mistake. I'll show you why here in a second. All well decaled up as you would expect. Now, how you're going to connect all these guys? Each section, there are 4 on each funnel, has these little latches that spin out. These have little teeth on them that allow them to connect into each other. One into the other, and then so on and so forth. Connects right in. The problem being is it's not the best connection on Earth. In fact, it's very loose. It is strong enough to hold. So you can get them on there. They kind of wrap around the back. It connects into the backpack there, one of the funnels, and that works well. The hazard being is saying this is fragile would be a huge understatement. How fragile? Well, one little bump and that's all she wrote. They all go flying off, they all collapse, and that's the end of that story. I've heard people say, different ways to tighten this up, but my easiest recommendation is do all the posing you're going to do on this kit, then add the fin funnels. Don't do those first. Now, we do have one minor problem with the hand. The hand has this little latch that pops out that's connected to all the handles of the beam sabers, guns, bazookas, etc. This is more trouble than it's worth, quite frankly. They hold everything all right without it, and getting those latches to connect into everything is truthfully just a pain in the butt, and they don't help all that much. Beam sabers on this kit, you get two. The standard beam saber is going to connect into the forearm here, a little latch that opens up. And the dual blade beam saber connects into the backpack here, a little hole back there. It has the big, long curved blade and the short back blade on this dual blade, and a standard blade for the other beam saber. Very light pink, a different kind of beam saber. Looks really, really nice. They're very light pink on this one. Beam rifle holds it well, not perfectly, but well. Truthfully, I'm not too enamored by this beam rifle. It's nice, but it's nothing spectacular, nothing to write home about, but looks good. The bazooka, however, is great. Very well detailed. You get to see those missiles in the bazooka. You get to see the missiles in the back. You get the looking down the barrel of the gun look. The handle is movable, so you can get any kind of pose you want. Has a nice brace for the shoulder. Not a problem at all with this bazooka. It looks really good. And as if you couldn't tell, this is probably the weapon I'm going to have him holding when I have him in the posing on the shelf. So, really nice bazooka. I'm impressed by that. You can hook the bazooka into the backpack. There's a little latch on the top of the bazooka that hooks into the backpack. No problem there. Shield is also very, very nice. Nice decals. You get that big A with the unicorn on the front of the shield. A little bit of lining to do on the shield. Truthfully, on the kit as a whole, there's a tiny bit of lining here and there, but overall not much. It has a connection into the forearm that's rock solid, but my favorite thing about this connection is its posability. Tilt it, twist it, any kind of pose you want. It's on a ball joint. You can do anything you want. Turn it anywhere you want. Not a problem. Looks good. Little size comparison next to the original RX-78-2 version 2.0. Yeah, new Gundam's huge. It's a monster of a kit. Not shocking. Next to the original new Gundam Master Grade, you can see the original is a little wider, a good deal heavier, and nowhere near as posable. So yeah, a little exercise, got them thinner, better balanced, nowhere near as heavy, and a lot better posing options. You can really see the difference in the two Master Grades and how much farther the technology has come on this kit. One neat little trick, as with a lot of kits these days, is the Backlight. Like I said, the cycle frame is not overt on this kit. You can only see it in certain little places, and you kind of have to look for it. If you turn on a Backlight, they all light up, and it becomes a lot more obvious where they are, and it really does look kind of neat. Neat little feature. Now this kit also comes with an action base built in. Anyone who's built the High New will find this very familiar. This is the exact same thing from the Master Grade High New Gundam. I decided to change things up a little bit. I didn't want the black A, I wanted a red A. So I just repainted it. Nothing fancy. Prime coated it white. And then just a coat of hot rod red. This red is to match that A on his shoulder. So it kind of looks, better in theme with the kit itself. It has this clear stand on the back with a super strong connection at the hinge and these little spider arms that connect down to the back. They have lots of different connections. You can put them just about anywhere you want, and the arms are hinged and has a connection on the end to hook into each individual fin funnel. But you can put them anywhere you want. These do not have unlimited posability, but it gives you a lot of options. The connection to the back is super strong. Connection to the back and into the backpack, so it's kind of tricky to hook in there. Once it's in there, however, it's ridiculously strong because it's connected into the Gundam and the backpack and the Gundam are also connected together, so really strong connection. Get them in the air, posing options open up a whole lot more, especially with those funnels, obviously. You can have 1 flying, 3 flying, or 6 flying. It's all up to you. You can hook as many as you want. If you had the double fin funnel set, you could have almost all of them flying, so it'd be pretty busy. As you can see, it is really shaky, but nothing falling. So it looks a little wobbly, but trust me, super strong, no problems. Get all 6 funnels flying out there. The fact that it's clear also looks real neat. And just a glance, you might not even notice they're there. They literally look like they're just floating in space, and that's really cool. And, this is a real big improvement off the high new Master Grade's action base. Mine broke. This thing ain't gonna break. Final thoughts on this kit. I'm giving this kit a big thumbs up. This is a huge improvement over the new Gundam, and this is a really good Master Grade for this year. I'll go ahead and say it. I won't leave you hanging. This is your Master Grade kit of the year 2012. This kit is not perfect. This kit has flaws. This kit tries a whole bunch of new and interesting things. Most of them work, a couple don't. But this kit is a better kit than anything I've seen this year. This is a great addition to any collection. Anytime I say Master Grade Kit of the Year, buy it. And in virtue of the last kit, this is the winner. Well, gang, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed this review. I hope you found it informative. I know it was kind of a long one, but we had a lot to talk about. Thank you for watching. Please stay tuned for more. I always got more reviews coming. Please leave a comment. You guys know I love reading them. And I'll see you next time. Oh, and one more thing.
Dude, that is so radical.
And I think we've had enough of the Backlight.